Yes, it is. Okay, so factoring and dividing polynomials, I appreciate it. Factoring and dividing polynomials. I want you to see this first example. What term is it missing? This is our ax squared. This would be our c. So what is it missing? B. If it's ever missing a b and it tells you to factor, it's probably wanting you to find the difference of squares. And your key here is the minus sign means difference. Okay? This is on your star sheet. It's on your cheat sheet. It tells you if it looks like this, it factors like this. It's that simple. So what does x squared break down into? X and x. What does 25 break down into? 5 and 5. And then when you write your answers, you have to have different what? Signs. So fill it in. X goes first in both. And then 5 and 5. Are we okay with that? We remember difference of squares? Okay. Let's talk about the next one on the factoring side. So that's the bottom problem here. When I'm factoring, what method do I use? If it has an A, B, and C. X's and mistakes, because X's are always mistakes. So remember, your X is here. How do you get this top number? Your A and your C multiplying together. What's 4 times negative 5? Negative 20. Where do I get this bottom term from? My little b, which happens to be 1. Now, my calculator can do the rest of it for me, right? In my y1 column, I say negative 20 divided by x. In my y2 column, I say negative 20 divided by x plus x. And then I look in my y3 column for my answer, right? I look in that last column for 1. Can you find it? Negative 4 and 5, do you agree with them, guys? Well, let's check real fast. Ready? Negative 4 times 5 gives me, but what's negative 4 plus 5? Just 1. We good? Now remember, you take your first term and you write it how many times? It tells you. How many times? Twice. So in both of my factors, I'm going to write 4x and 4x. And then what am I going to fill in? Minus 4 and plus 5. Then I have to check for those what? Mistakes. Do 4 and 4 have anything in common? Yes, what is it? Okay, how many times does 4 go into 4? How many times does 4 go into 4? So my answer here is x minus 1. I took out that understood 1 in front here. Is that okay with everybody? Okay. Do 4 and 5 have anything in common? So there's my factors. We okay with that? Yes? Now let's go do one division problem. The top right corner. We've got a lot of things going on here. When we factor, we always have to look for what first? Starts with a G. GCF. GCF, the greatest common factor. We've got to, if we're factoring, we've got to take out the greatest common factor. Okay? So go look. Do 16 and 36 have anything in common? Well, let's go check. This is what Coach Williams does. Y'all don't have to do this, but this is good work. Okay? 16 and 36, do they have 8 in common? I don't think they have 8 in common, but they do have something else in common. 4. How many times does 4 go into 16? Okay, bring down that x7. How many times does 4 go into negative 36? Negative 9 times. Do 4 and 9 have anything in common? No. But does x7 and x squared have anything in common? What? X squared. You take the littlest one. Which one's the littlest? X squared, and you pull it out. So here's what you need to pay attention to. Bring down your big numbers still. And this is how I get through this. So y'all do what you need to do, but this is how I talk myself through it. I need 7. I only have 2. So what do I have left? There you go. I need 2. I have 2. Do I need any more? I'm done. So my GCF for this problem is what? 4x squared. Okay. Parentheses, 4x5 minus 9. That's on top. And our bottom stays the same because there's nothing I can pull out of that bottom, right? Would you agree? So let's see if we can simplify anything else. What can our 4s do? We're dividing, so they actually what? They cancel. X squared minus x leaves me with what? X. On top or bottom? On top. If everything's gone from the bottom, what's down here? Just an understood what? So do I need to write that? No. If everything from the bottom disappears, you no longer have a fraction. Are we okay with that? Okay. And then what's left over? Are we okay with that? Does everybody understand what I did? So looking at this problem, what would cancel out? Your x plus 8, they would be gone. Would I have anything left over in the denominator? No, so what would my answer be? 3x plus 5. On the bottom right-hand corner, you would just set it up. You would factor the top and cancel out what's common. Sound good? Okay.